Bam!
Jayson Waller here with the True Underdog podcast, Apple's top 3 entrepreneurial podcast. Make sure you subscribe below and follow us and talk about inspiration, motivation, entrepreneurial aspects on how to grow a business, how to do things. Right now, we are doing the new show, our Power Play, and it's Power Play how to do different things, whether you're in sales or you're in business or you're trying to scale, whatever it is you're trying to do, trying to give some of that information out to you folks so you can really take that to the next level and help your business or your future and your career. Today's going to be how to bet on the moment. Before we get started, let me go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor and play the clip real quick. Today's show has been brought to you by Power Home Solar. It's time to own your power, not rent your power. Don't be left in the dark and start reducing those electricity bills. If you're looking for a career, visit powerhome.com/careers. Bam. All right. There's from our sponsor, Power. Appreciate it. Now listen, becoming present with oneself and attaining the confidence to bet on yourself is important. The world is sometimes a bad place. It puts us down, gives us obstacles to overcome that hurt our emotions, hurt our confidence, make us feel insecure, right? We've all been there before where we feel insecure, insignificant, feel like we can't do things. In fact, fear, which is really a liar, it's not real. It's what our mind tells us. It scares us into not wanting to do things because we're afraid of failure, right? And we miss so many opportunities because we just don't have the confidence to take a chance. I always say that, when people are hit to a crossroad, you hit a stop sign and you need to make a decision. You're going to go left or you're going to go right. How are you going to do that? What are you going to do? Too many times people just sit there and they don't make a decision. And they don't make a decision because they're not confident, because they're insecure, because they're fearful of failing. They're scared what people might think, people might say. They're scared of what they think or what they say on themselves. The truth is really there's no such thing as true failure, except not trying, not attempting. Regret comes from true failure. If you try something that you want to do, but you don't get the results that you want, you're just learning. You're not really failing. I didn't finish high school. I didn't go to college. I built 3 businesses, and I have failed a lot. I've won tons of awards, and that's exciting. But they don't talk about all the times I have failed, all the times I've struggled, all the times that I've been insecure, where I was scared to bet on myself or bet on the moment. I truly believe unicorns come by every now and then, and not the real physical type unicorn, but an opportunity, a relationship, a person. That comes by every now and then, maybe 2-3 times in a lifetime. And I watched my dad miss his opportunity. He stayed blue collar, working multiple jobs, had an opportunity to open a business with a friend when we were younger, chose not to because he played it safe. He played to not lose. And I've changed my mindset because I've seen him struggle his whole life working multiple jobs. Him and my mom, a cake decorator at night, my dad working at a Corning plant and then AT&T and getting a BS package. And it was just unfortunate. We live in a trailer park and we're delivering papers at night. I'm helping pay bills. That stuff weighs on you. And I saw what they went through. And I told myself, I said, I'm playing to win. I get an opportunity, that unicorn comes by, I'm jumping the hell on that thing. I'm riding that son of a bitch till I can't ride no more. I'm on the unicorn. What do I got to do to get on? I'm on. I'm all in. I don't want to have regret. I don't want to have the I wish I coulda, I shoulda. We all live with some kind of regret. I don't want more regret. I don't want to wake up one day and just be like, I missed that opportunity. If you can't bet on yourself, you won't progress and people won't follow you. If you want to be a true leader, you got to have confidence. And you get confidence by betting on yourself or betting on the moment and that you're in. Every single day I'm willing to risk it all for our team, for our company, at Power Home, to take it to the next level, to do what I need to do to be successful. And, I think when we have the opportunity in front of us and we don't bet on it, we have that regret. I think that when you have a chance to be a leader and people want to invest in you or people want to bet on you or people want to work for you or follow you, they're going to be able to see that if you're weak and you don't believe in yourself, why would they believe in you then? You've got to show that you're confident, you're willing to risk it all. I do that every time. I try to show that fear isn't going to control what we're going to do. We're all living through the pandemic. Pandemic, you get COVID-19. I think COVID-22 is coming out. Like, it feels like this will never end. We're all in a bad spot. It's becoming just unfortunate, and everything you can add to making you feel depressed and anxiety and anger and everything, right? Truth is, we've always had some of these issues, not just the pandemic, but our own issues that have made us struggle to really get confidence, to really be successful, to take things to the next level. And, in order to bet on the moment, you can't give a shit what people think. When I opened up a home security company, people told me there's no way you don't know anything about home security. When I opened up a solar company, they laughed and mocked at me. So you don't even know what the hell you're doing. And the first 2 years, I really didn't. I lost money, sold my house, put all my money back into it. I remember in 2015 when, we did about $3 million in sales. It was our first year open. I didn't get a paycheck in Power Home for almost 22 months. And I took all the money I made from home security and I put it into the business. And I remember in December of 2015 telling my wife, I think I'm going to have to close the doors. We're losing money. I've stuck everything we've ever saved back into the business. Everything. Back into the company. And I had nothing to show for it. I still had this nice house that was paid off, that was in Lake Norman, in the Point. Trump, represent Mooresville. Yeah, right? Bam, I was living there. There was no fireworks. There was no dancing fish or anything cool that was happening living there. I thought, it'd be cool. I moved there and I had this house there. All the money I made from home security, I stuck into solar. And I had about 35 employees. And I remember sitting there debating if I'm going to shut it down because I felt like I was failing. I was scared to fail more. I was scared to lose more money. I've already given it over almost $2 million. Haven't seen a paycheck. Company's losing money. What do? I had to challenge myself. I had to think. I had to pray. I had to really come to the conclusion of if I walk away now, am I going to have any regret? I hit that stop sign. I can either go left and shut it down. 35 people lose their job. I could be able to save my house, start over doing something else. Or I could bet it all. I can bet on the moment. If I really believe it, I should bet on it. But I didn't want to have that regret of saying, what if I could have saved the business if I sold my house and put money into it? I guess I could have had the other regret of, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But I've never done something and said, I wish I wouldn't have done it. I think when I do something, I don't get the results I want. I learn from that. I don't wish I wouldn't have done it. I try to live with no regrets. But there's been things that I didn't do or try that I go, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have played football in high school. I wish I wouldn't have dropped out of the wrestling team. I wish I would have, done this or that. Like there's times that I do that. So I weighed that out. And I said, well, if that's the case, then I'm going to go all in. I'm going to bet on me. I'm going to bet on the moment. I'm going to bet on the company. So I told my wife, we're going to sell our house. And she got all upset, stinky eye, eyebrow went up. Kids were pissed. We left a house in Lake Norman on the lake to live in a smaller home. Nothing wrong with that. Paid for. It was probably about 1/8 the size and cost. And to allow my oldest to finish high school there, why I tried to reinvest and build into the business. And I took that money from the sale of the house and I put it in to the business. And that allowed us to grow. That allowed us by the end of the year to start turning the corner and be profitable in 16. That allowed me to finally get a paycheck. Now, I told you 2015, we had 34 employees. We did $3 million in sales. We lost over $1 million. Right now we're in 2021. We're on pace to do $725 million in sales. We have 2,400 employees. We're in 15 states, 24 locations. None of this would be possible if I didn't bet on that moment. If I didn't bet on me, if I didn't have the confidence and I didn't bet on that moment, I wouldn't be here doing this today, talking to you guys, letting you guys listen and be true underdogs and hear the story about taking it to the next level. I wouldn't get to do that. I wouldn't have the awesome 2,400 employees changing their lives, the 30,000 customers being a part of our BAM movement, right? I wouldn't have any of that if I would have just quit, if I wouldn't have jumped on that opportunity, if I wouldn't have jumped on that unicorn and took a chance, scared money don't make money for a reason. You can't be scared or you'll remain broke forever. You have to put some risk out there to get the reward. People will not follow you through the coals and fire and anything out there that's hard and tough. They won't follow you if you're not willing to bet on yourself 110% every time. If you're not willing to show and risk it all every single time. Give them a reason to believe. Give them a reason to follow you. But you got to be betting on the moment, betting on yourself. Fear creates the biggest destroyer of success. It annihilates opportunity before it has a chance to even take hold or deliver to where you need to go. And if you manage in fear, meaning like you're scared to make decisions, your team will see that. You won't be able to grow. They won't be able to grow. You have to take control of things like this. You have to be mindful of your fears and confront them. You can't hide from them. You have to be a buffalo. I talk about it all the time. What's the difference between a cow and a buffalo? When a storm comes, a cow runs the other way, and that storm hovers over them a lot longer, and they're dealing with their problems and their shit a lot longer. And when a buffalo sees a storm, it runs right through it. So it deals with it a lot, less time, gets through it done, and doesn't look back. Be a buffalo in this situation. Confront your fears. Lay things out on paper and live with no regrets. You have to bet on the moments. Maybe you're married out there, right? You got a girlfriend, you got a boyfriend, you're married, you got a wonderful family. Think about the moment you met your spouse. What happens if you didn't ask them out? You didn't reach out to them. You didn't talk to them. You didn't bet on the moment. You didn't take a risk of getting rejected, but asking them to, hey, be my friend, go on a date. Let's do this. Can I get your phone number? Whatever it is, however you did it. Had you not done that, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. You bet on that moment to get there. It's the same thing in business. You have to bet on those moments. You have to be willing to risk it. You have to bet on yourself. You need to be memorable and be different than other people. Don't be a follower. Don't do what everybody else does. Be you. Be different. Don't procrastinate anymore. Surround yourself by people that want to win in life, not people that want to lose, people that complain, people that point fingers, because they're going to get in your head. They're going to create more fear and more doubt and more issues. And you don't need to do it. You don't need to listen to it. You don't need to be a part of it. You don't need to do any of that. What you need to do is focus on you and focus on your goals. Lower those goals to 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days. Set realistic goals that you can hit. And when those moments come by, those unicorns come by, those opportunities come by, you jump on them and you ride the shit out of it. If it doesn't work, at least you have no regrets. You went down that road. Hey, that's not for me. Hey, that didn't get the results I want, but I learned how to do that better. I'm going to try a different way. But if you don't do it, you're going to watch it go by. You're going to have that regret for the rest of your life. Somehow, some way, it'll pop back into your head. Oh, I wish I could have done that. Oh, I could have done that. Don't let it slip. Bet on the moment. The world and universe work really cool like that things pop in front of you. You got to take them. You got to take it. You got to jump on it. You got to bet on it. You can't just let it go by. It's either one day you're going to make a difference in your life, one day you're going to change, or day one starts now. You make it day one. You take this information, you take your thoughts, your goals, the process that you want to implement in your life, and you do it today. Make it day one, not one day. Don't miss another opportunity. Bet on the moment, bet on yourself, stay positive, elevate others. That's a wrap here on True Underdog. Bam.
And that concludes another episode here on True Underdog. If you're interested in hearing more, make sure you subscribe at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or the YouTube channel. You can always visit TrueUnderdog.com, subscribe to all of them. Make sure you check out our newest episodes coming out on Mondays and Thursdays. True Underdog, baby. Bam!